So this happened like 3 years ago when I was working night shifts at this factory outside town. My schedule was all messed up. I'd sleep during the day and be up all night. That's why I was at Walmart at like 1 a.m. on a Tuesday. It was the only place open and I needed to grab some stuff before heading home. You know how Walmarts are at that hour. Those flickering fluorescent lights that make everything look washed out, and like maybe 5 employees for the whole store. This one was one of those huge supercenters too, the kind where you can literally buy anything from groceries to tires. Anyway, I grabbed a cart and started getting my stuff. Some frozen dinners, toilet paper, that kind of thing. I remember thinking how weird it was that the store wasn't completely empty. There was this old lady with like 100 cans of cat food, some college kids probably pulling an all-nighter, and a few other random people. I was in the cereal aisle when I first noticed something weird. There was this tall guy in a dark hoodie at the end of the aisle. No cart, no basket, just standing there. I didn't think much of it, but then I saw him again in the next aisle. And the next one. Each time he was just standing there. Not shopping, just watching. My mom always told me I watched too many crime shows, so I tried to ignore it. I still needed to get some shampoo and stuff from the other side of the store, but I started taking the long way around, going through the clothing section instead of the direct path. My deodorant was almost out too, so I grabbed that. In the electronics section, I saw him again. This time he was talking to another guy, shorter, wearing this bright red jacket that stood out under the lights. They kept looking over at me, then back at each other. I pretended to be super interested in some DVDs in the $5 bin, but I was watching them from the corner of my eye. Red jacket guy pulled out his phone and seemed to take a picture in my direction. That's when I decided to just get to the checkout and get out. I abandoned half the stuff I was gonna buy and headed straight for the front. There were only 2 lanes open. I got behind this dude who had like a mountain of energy drinks and nothing else. The cashier was moving super slow, scanning each can individually instead of just entering the quantity. I kept looking back and sure enough, hoodie guy and red jacket had both gotten in line at the other register. My hands were sweating so bad I could barely get my wallet out when it was finally my turn. The cashier, her name tag said Brenda. She kept talking about how her cat had knocked over her coffee maker that morning. I just wanted her to hurry up. When I grabbed my bags and headed for the exit, I saw a red jacket guy whisper something to Hoodie, and they both abandoned their stuff and started walking toward the doors too. My car was parked pretty far back because I always park where there's no other cars. Had a door ding once that cost me $200 to fix. Never again. I started walking faster, not running but definitely moving quick. The parking lot was so empty and half the lights were out. I clicked my key fob like 1,000,000 times, watching my car lights flash in the distance. That's when I heard footsteps behind me, getting faster. I risked a look back and saw both of them, maybe 50 feet behind me and gaining. I straight up ran the rest of the way, threw my bags in the back seat, and locked the doors the second I got in. They reached my car just as I was backing out. Red Jacket slapped his hand on my window, and I nearly peed myself. He was shouting something, but I couldn't hear what. I just floored it and got out of there. It wasn't until I was halfway home that I noticed something on my windshield, a piece of paper stuck under the wiper blade. When I finally got home and checked it, my stomach dropped. It was a crude drawing of my license plate number with the words "Got You" written underneath. I filed a police report the next day, but nothing ever came of it. They said without any actual threat or crime, there wasn't much they could do. I started shopping at the grocery store across town after that, only during daylight hours. And I never go to Walmart at night anymore. Sometimes I still check my rearview mirror more than I need to, especially in empty parking lots. Maybe they were just messing with me, or maybe I avoided something much worse. I guess I'll never know.